position. He took the shot and was extended, and he hung on too long as Barnes secured an inside cradle. He flips himself to his side, and that puts Morgan onto his back, and Morgan doing a nice job of bridging not to get pinned, but he got held there for at least a 5-second count. That earned Barnes his 3-point near fall, enabling him to now a 7-1 lead.
And Barnes has called timeout as he let Morgan escape there for the point. Now Barnes is limping, favoring his left knee, and the trainer comes out to take a look at it. His coach telling him to work it out.
Well, he's wrestling very, very well. He seems to be very composed. He's not panicking, which means it's not a seriously painful injury. He might have just twisted it a little bit. But what I'm going to be looking for now is Marty Morgan with that Greco ability he does have to see if he can get in close and try for a big throw. Brother John on the Greco 88 Olympic team. In fact, Jay Robinson, the head coach of University of Minnesota, was an Olympian in Greco-Roman wrestling.
Well, Morgan's got to come up with some takedowns and some points in a hurry. Only a minute and a half left to go in this championship match at 177.
I don't know why Marty's shooting on the legs. He needs lots of points. Even a 5-point move isn't going to do it for him. But the only way you get a 5-point move is taking him down right to his back. And you can accomplish that with some throws.
You would advise him to go upper body.
Yeah, he's trying for some underhooks here, but I wouldn't shoot on the leg unless it's just with the intent that once you grab the leg, you're going to move right up to the waist and look for a throw. But Barnes, to his credit, is staying very, very low and moving forward, which means it's very tough for Morgan to get underneath him. If he gets taken down, so what? He's got a big enough lead. He can give up a couple takedowns and still win this match. What he doesn't want to get caught in is something upper body, big upper body throw where he is upright, because then he can't get tossed to his back.
Jeff, is Barnes really fighting a conservative defensive style now, or wrestling style?
At this point, he can put on his track shoes and start to run. He's got a big lead here. Referees will obviously hit him for stalling, but he can give those points up. And this, better than anything he can do, is to keep going to his offensive threats, which is that classic low single leg. He did it there, didn't score points, but what he's doing is he's chewing up all the time left in this match. And Marty's really going to have to now, Morgan, come in and try some kind of an upper body throw. He tried a headlock there, wasn't in good position. He's a little bit frustrated at this point. Shouldn't lose his composure at all.
Morgan trying to mix it up on the inside, and the referee warning him about rough stuff. Morgan obviously is a little bit upset with Barnes, who after he got that last takedown was pushing Morgan away from him almost in disdain.
Well, Barnes has wrestled a great match here. Morgan obviously a little bit disappointed, not performing as well as he'd like in this finals. He'll have another shot. He's a junior, but today belongs to Chris Barnes, an Oklahoma State senior, as he gets his second straight national title.
Let's take a look at some of the rough stuff towards the end of that match as the Oklahoma State staff is all smiles.
Well, it was controlled rough stuff. They were working their heads. There, Morgan tried to come in for an underhook. Might have gave it a little shoulder. Seemed Barnes came up with his head, but there was nothing bad there. Nothing too bad. It's just a little bit of frustration showing.
So another national championship for an Oklahoma State wrestler. It goes to Chris Barnes at 177 pounds. And our coverage of the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships continues in a moment.
Here's a simple fact. GMC truck dealers are ranked #1 in compact truck sales satisfaction. #1. Now, here it is in simple English. Compact truck customers get high-quality treatment at GMC truck dealerships. So the choice is simple. Go to your GMC truck dealer, where you're #1 and quality counts.
GMC truck. It's not just a truck anymore.
Coming April 4th, live from Madison Square Garden on pay-per-view. Look who's fighting man. Michael Dokes, #3 in the WBA, versus Razor Ruddock, #2 in the WBA. Pound for pound, the best card around. See 8 men earn their pay in a full night of boxing action. Opportunity knocks. Mark your calendar now for April 4th.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing beats it.
The one and only.
Nothing beats it.
The clean, the crisp, the cold. The king of beers.
Nothing beats the Bud. Nothing beats the king of beers. Nothing beats a Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud.
Everyone needs confidence to do their best. That's true for any endeavor, whether it's academics or business, the arts or athletics. But some people look for self-assurance in the wrong places. Confidence comes from the support of family, friends, coaches, and teammates. You can't get it from a bottle or can. Crack and other drugs take away the very strength you need to achieve your goals. Alcohol and drugs don't create anything but illusions.
This message furnished by the NCAA.
The 190-pound class, Matt Ruppel from Lehigh takes on Brooks Simpson out of the University of Iowa. Ruppel of Lehigh and Simpson of Iowa tied at 3. And now with us is Chris Barnes of Oklahoma State. And I'm sure, Chris, all the people in Ulaga, Oklahoma, very proud of you with your national championship. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was it the type of match you expected? You know, a superior decision there, 10-2 over Marty Morgan, a pretty good wrestler out of Minnesota.
Yeah, it was actually it was closer than the score. He shot in on me, and I caught him bringing his knee up and put him in a cradle and got him on his back for 5 points. But he stayed in there the whole time and pushed me, and you know I knew he would because he did the same thing last time we wrestled.
Knowing that your team had already won the national championship, did that relieve any tension going into the finals?
Oh yeah, it gave me a little motivation too, knowing that we already had it won, and it's not all up to me. I could just go out and relax and wrestle the best I could.
Well, I had asked you about strategy earlier in the year, or earlier today, before the finals, and I said, you're going to play a takedown game. Can you win the takedown game? And you kind of laughed and said you thought you could. And then the statistic came out. You have 205 takedowns for yourself, 0 against you. How do you manage going an entire season without one person taking you down from your feet?
Well, I'll tell you what, I have to contribute most of it to Kenny Monday. I work out with him just about every day, and wrestling with Kenny, you learn to never stop because, you know, if you relax one bit, he's going to throw you on your back and hurt you. So you gotta stay awake all the time. And I just, you know, I went halfway through the season. You know, before I even noticed the statistic, and then after that, it was kind of a game. I didn't want to give up anything.
Well, Kenny Monday was our Olympic champion in '88, world champion in '89 in freestyle. Is there a future in freestyle for you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm going to take a week off, and then in 5 weeks from now, I'm going to wrestle in the U.S. Open and try to get on the ladder for the Goodwill Games.
Well, you're a 2-time national champion. Your team has won back-to-back national championships. You got a lot to be proud of. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We love your T-shirt. Cole doesn't know wrestling. Huh?
Thanks.
All right. But Chris Barnes certainly does. National champion at 170.